Okay, the healing of my foot is coming along decent. I still can't stay up on it for very much time at a time right now because it starts hurting really bad, starts swelling, and I have to sit down and put ice on it. But it is coming along good. I've been doing these massage techniques and things like that, and stretching, and it really seems to be helping a lot. So while I am unable to go and skate or get out and do any real exploring or anything, I thought I would take this opportunity to answer some questions and tell you a little bit about my company, Era Skateboarding. I've had people asking about the decks and the shirts and where they can buy this stuff. I always try to remember to put a link in the description of the videos, but sometimes I forget. I need to go through and make sure that that's in there everywhere. You can always get to the skate shop from the Era Skateboarding website, which is just www.eraskateboarding.com. And at the top of that page, there is a big link that says Skate Shop. If you click that, it will take you to the Era Skateboarding store on eBay. And I've said it before, but I'll tell you again, the reason I use eBay right now to sell the stuff is because the shipping is calculated better on eBay, more accurately than anywhere else. Now, I will also say that if you live outside the United States, shipping is probably going to be pretty expensive, unfortunately. I use what's called the Global Shipping Program on eBay, and that allows me to ship your items straight from me to a processing center in Kentucky, and then they take it from there and ship it out to you. That has been the easiest way that I have found to do it, that it actually covers your purchase from me all the way to you. If it gets lost, eBay will refund you in full. Otherwise, if I go the route of just shipping it to you through USPS, we risk the chance of them losing it and then saying, well, we don't track outside the United States, so you're just kind of screwed. And that way it results in you losing money and me losing money, and nobody wins. So if you live outside the United States and you buy something from me on eBay, it's guaranteed to get there or you're going to be refunded 100%. I also do want to say that if you have not watched the very first episode of Skate or Diet, you might want to go do that now, or at least after you watch this video. It kind of explains a little bit about how this company came to be. I basically have worked for other people my entire life, up until about 6 years ago when I left my job in the medical profession, and I basically pursued reselling full-time. I sell on several different platforms. I basically go around and find things that I can pay this price for, bring them home, put them on there, and sell them for another price. But the whole time, I've always told my kids to take what you love and find how to turn that into a career, find how to make a living off of what you love. That way you'll never really have to work a day in your life. And I kind of came to a point where I realized I wasn't taking my own advice. And just to make a long story short, that's kind of where Era Skateboarding began, right there. I'm not a kind of person who really cares a lot about money. I don't care about being rich or having big mansions or anything like that. I honestly don't even really care to turn Era Skateboarding into an enormous company. But between everything that I do on my own, being self-employed, and creating my own little empire, I guess you could call it, I just want to be able to live my life. I want to be able to make a living doing what I love. When I created Era Skateboarding, I did it with a family-friendly feel, if that makes sense to you. Even when I was younger, I've never been the kind of person who goes for shock value. You see some of these other companies, like I think World Industries likes to put out things with the pot graphics and drug paraphernalia and, you know, naked women and stuff like that. I don't do that. I never have been into that, and I never will do that with Era Skateboarding. I have always wanted it to be, and it will always be, a family-friendly brand. Whether you're 4 years old and just starting to skate, or 50 years old and you've been skating your entire life, the kinds of graphics that I put out will always be relative to you. I'm not saying there's not a place in skateboarding for that hardcore kind of violent type graphics, but it's not here. If you know the history of skateboarding, you know it kind of comes from that outcast place where you don't really fit in with anybody else, so you become a skateboarder. And a lot of it has been built on hardcore graphics and, you know, being a punk and just not fitting in with other people. So like I said, there is a place for that kind of thing. But skateboarding is not just about that. Skateboarding is also about loving life and having fun and feeling that wind in your face as you skate around. And I think that every skater agrees that If you are a skater, you are a skater from the cradle to the grave. It just is something that you love. It's inside you. You don't just grab a skateboard and go skate and you're done with it. And if you do, you don't really get the true meaning of skateboarding. So when I created Era Skateboarding, I kind of wanted it to embody that cradle to the grave mentality. I think when people see the graphics on my decks, they don't really understand them. They see them in a different way. So I wanted to take this opportunity to kind of explain that to you. So I'm going to start out with the decks. This is the one I want to start with. And as you can see, it says Era on the top with the blocks. The baby munching on skateboard wheels and playing with a little fingerboard. And Born This Way on the tail. This deck graphic goes hand in hand with the other graphic I started with, which has the angel above, and by the way, that's me when I was like 16 years old. Then it has the funeral happening down here. Sorry about that reflection. And this is actually my friend Mark that I used to skate with. And it has the gravestone at the bottom that says, Era, Die This Way. So, if you can't already see the connection between the two, one of them is Born This Way, one of them is Die This Way. And I created them specifically for that reason, to kind of go hand in hand and embody that cradle to the grave mentality that I think every skater has. I think when people see the baby deck, they just think, what is this, made for like a little kid or a girl or something? And that's just not the case. They go hand in hand, the message being, I was born this way, and I will die this way. Now each of these decks has the Era logo on the top. These are heat transferred graphics. I wanted them to be screen printed from end to end, but that just wasn't possible. To get the kind of quality in the graphics that I wanted. And if you look close at them, you'll see that it looks kind of like a painting. The graphics are a little blurry rather than crisp and clear, and I made them that way. I wanted it to be that way. I wanted it to kind of have that painting feel to it. And it's the same with the baby. So if by any chance you've looked at them and you thought, oh, that's a cheap transfer, that's not the case at all. That is exactly how I designed it, and that's exactly how I wanted it. Now, as far as the quality goes with these decks, these are pro quality. They are cold pressed, 7-ply, hard rock Canadian maple. They are just as strong as any other pro deck on the market. I did a lot of research into a lot of different companies before I bought my decks, because I wanted to make sure that I was putting out a quality product. I don't want somebody to skate it, do one ollie, and the thing snaps in half. That doesn't do me any good, and it doesn't do you any good. If you've watched back through my skater diet videos, you can see where I've been skating one myself the entire time. In fact, one of them is what I learned to do my ollies on. And believe me, a 330-pound guy slamming on that deck over and over and over trying to learn ollies, and it survives. It's a good quality deck. I have probably 15 to 20 of them out right now where other people skating them. I have not had one complaint whatsoever or anything negative said about them at all. So as far as quality goes, they are top of the line decks. I do have a few other designs that I will be introducing in good time here. But for the time being, I have only these two designs. And once they are sold out, I will not be reordering those same designs. So if you're interested in those, whether you want to skate them or keep them as a wall hanger, then you should probably grab them up right now. In fact, I have them in the skate shop right now for only like $26 a piece. The baby deck comes in 775, 8, and 825. And the funeral deck comes in 8, 825, and 85. Now the next thing I'll show you real quick here is the stickers. First you got this one, which is what you see at the beginning of every skater diet video that I slap onto the trash can. And this is about a 3x4. You can see how big it is with my hand here. Then we've got the crayon logo, as if it was drawn by a little kid. I really like that one. I'd actually like to get some t-shirts made with that one someday. Then I have one just like the baby deck. And this seems to be everybody's favorite, the angel. If you're looking to get any stickers, they're only $1 a piece. with 50 cents shipping, but that's no matter how many you buy. If you buy one, it's 50 cents shipping. If you buy 10, it's still only 50 cents shipping for all of them. Now again, that's inside the US. If you're outside the US and it tells you some ridiculous shipping cost, contact me, whether it be through eBay or right here on YouTube or even the Facebook page for Skate Master Nate, and let me know what it said, and I might be able to take stickers to the local post office and ship them to you for a lot cheaper. But as far as decks or anything else that has any actual weight to it, the best way to do it is just to go through eBay. Now I'll show you some of the shirts I have. Obviously you see me wearing them all the time. To start, I have just the basics. They come in any color really. That's just a couple of them. I can even get like red and orange or pink, you know, things like that. Those are only 10 bucks right now, and I actually print these on demand. So as you order them, I print it up for you right there, fresh and hot out the kitchen. I also have some screen printed shirts. These are the 3-color logo: yellow, red, and black. And those are screen printed, so you can feel the really thick ink on those. And these I have at 15 just because they were a little bit more of an investment. And I have a couple other things on there like these wife beaters, a couple of tie-dye shirts. I really like this one. I wish this was my size. I would just keep it. And I have some hoodies on there. Some of the hoodies have a big logo like this one, and some have the smaller logo. If you want a hoodie and you don't see your size on there, contact me and I will see if I have any big logos left. I think I might have like 4 or 5 of them left that I can still print. So if you want a hoodie and you don't see your size and you want it with the big logo, get a hold of me quick while you can get one while I still have them. And the last thing I'll show you here, I don't actually have on the market right now, and you may recall seeing them in the Bigfoot video when Braille did their video, is wax. This is a Gravestones bar of wax, and this is the crib blocks. It says Era. And the reason I made these in the shape of blocks and headstones is to go right along with the graphics on the skateboard decks. This one right here, just to let you know, this was like my prototype. And I was playing around to see if I could get away with painting those blocks, because I think that looks really cool. But in the end, I found that it was better not to paint them. It doesn't look right. It kind of looks crappy once I get them packaged. So it still says Era, and it still is like the 3D, how the letters, you can actually feel them on there, like on the blocks. But they're just not painted. So I will let you know when those are available again. And that is pretty much what I have started this company with. Like I said, I have a good handful of products out there already that people have bought and they're using. And everybody seems to love them. I think the prices are good prices, especially for a company that's just starting out. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what I've created here, and it seems that other people like it just as well. If you guys are interested in any of that stuff, just follow the link here, and it'll take you to the eBay page where you can grab some up. I do want to say before I go that I hope the way this company feels to you and how I present it to you is coming across the way I want it to. I want it to be more of a personal feeling to you. You know, when you take one of these stickers and you put it on your board or you slap it on a trash can at your skate park, like in my videos, I want you to feel like you are part of something, like you're part of something that's growing, something awesome, and something that was actually created from the heart, rather than just another one of these companies that says, hey, kids skateboard, let's make skateboards so we can make money. You know, that's not what I'm about, and I hope it doesn't come across like that at all. When you wear the shirt or you skate the deck, I want you to feel like you are part of Era Skateboarding. This company is all about being part of the community and allowing you to feel like you are part of something good. Okay, so like I said, I have more designs coming out pretty soon that I'm going to present to you guys, and a lot of awesome things in store for the future. I do not sponsor right now. I'm not sure if I will or not on down the line. It is something I've thought about, and a lot of people have asked me about it. I'm just not sure I want to go that route yet, but I do offer an alternative to that, which I will talk about in another video, and I think you guys will be really excited if you haven't already seen it. I'm going to let you guys go here. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing and sticking around and offering all your support, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.